Y'all killing me with this.
Now, listen to what this guy orders on an average day when he goes to the drive-thru at McDonald's. This is actually insane. Like, I've never heard a more insane McDonald's order, and I eat the shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'll eat a McDouble. I'll eat 2 McDoubles, okay? I'm not above it. I don't order McDonald's like this. Listen to this crazy shit.
Saying it's less calories.
Yeah, that's totally less. You're fine.
I remember when we were doing the fat shaming thing. I remember one time I was in Chicago O'Hare and I went to McDonald's and it was
okay. Before we get into that, right? I want to bring some context here. He's getting fat shamed by his friends. He just started. You heard him. He goes, "I remember when we were doing the whole fat shaming thing. Everyone was like trying to like get me to lose weight, and I was getting fat shamed by everybody. Remember that? You remember when I was getting fat shamed by everybody?" Now, he's getting fat shamed. He's got the guilt of that. Now listen to this McDonald's order. This is with the guilt of being fat shamed by your friends. This is a very weak display of willpower.
I was in Chicago O'Hare and I went to McDonald's and it was right when I was getting fat shamed the most.
Yeah.
And I went to McDonald's and I got my order was like, I think it's usually 8 cheeseburgers, Big Mac, and a large fry.
What the fuck? This guy, holy shit. That's a order that would shell shock like the cashier if they knew that it was just for you. You know what I mean? That cashier it would be like a flashbang hit them. They'd be like, holy shit, you're gonna eat that much? You know what I mean? That's a lot of McDonald's. 8 cheeseburgers, a Big Mac, and he said one other thing. I don't know if it was like a McFlurry or something like that. It's just like, that is insane. That is insanity, okay? And it gets worse.
I think it's usually 8 cheeseburgers, Big, and I got my order was like, I think it's usually 8 cheeseburgers, Big Mac, and a large fry.
That's your regular order?
I stand corrected. 8 cheeseburgers, a Big Mac, and a large fry. That's his order.
It was back then. But what I do is I taco the cheeseburgers. So I take the bottom bun off, all the business is on the top bun, the cheese, the pickles, the ketchup, and I taco them.
Yeah.
And so
okay, so this is wild. Maybe Bert is the wild boy. You know, he might be the wildest motherfucker I've ever seen. You get 8 cheeseburgers. You get a Big Mac. You get a large fry. That's feeding a family of 4, my friend. I don't know what you're going through. Now that's bad enough. If you ate that order as is, that's bad enough. Now, he goes extra sloppy on it, right? He says, well, it makes it a little, it's not that crazy because I'm taking the bottom buns off of all of the cheeseburgers. I'm tacoing the cheeseburgers with the top bun. Think about that. Actually imagine what that would be like in your mind to see somebody, a red, fat, white alcoholic dude with a beard, poorly kept, sitting in his car, tacoing 8 cheeseburgers from McDonald's. Think about that in your mind. That's like a scene out of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Do you know? He's probably eating these things all in one bite. Okay? Think about that. Let's hear this again. This is wild. Okay?
Was back then. But what I do is I taco the cheeseburgers. So I take the bottom bun off, all the business is on the top bun, the cheese, the pickles, the ketchup, and I taco them.
Yeah.
And so I'm tacoing 8 cheeseburgers, but people are looking at me.
Yeah.
So,
why would people look at you? What would people have to look at you for, Bert? You know? I wouldn't even look. If I was walking past that car, put him out. Put him out. What else are you going to do? This guy's clearly past his prime.
I'm tacoing 8 cheeseburgers, but people are looking at me.
Yeah.
So I'm drunk. I got a backpack on, and I got fucking 8 cheeseburgers. I'm standing. So I went over to an old phone booth.
Oh, apparently he wasn't even driving around. He's standing doing this shit. That's even crazier. If you see someone standing with a big bag of McDonald's, right? Think about it. He said he had a backpack on. He's standing. He's got the bag of McDonald's. You know, that's how the only way you could hold 8 cheeseburgers, a Big Mac, and a large fry is in a big bag. Okay? Picture this. This is actually insane to picture. He's standing now. Maybe at a corner, something, whatever. You have to then pull a cheeseburger out, still holding the bag that all the rest of them are in. You have to now, with that other bag in your one hand, and you still have to kind of like open the cheeseburger wrapper, hold it. You probably have to balance the cheeseburger a little bit because you still have the weight of that bag holding the rest of the cheeseburgers in your other hand. Then you got to like peel the bottom bun off and throw it away somewhere. Knowing Bert, he's probably throwing it right on the floor, making yourself look like a white trash asshole in public. And then to make yourself seem like an even bigger white trash asshole, you taco the cheeseburger. You fold it with the top bun. Yeah, people are going to stare at you, dude.
Sometimes I don't know how fucking cringy and ridiculous I sound.
They're going to stare. The second I saw you with that big ass bag of McDonald's, I'd start staring. I'd be like, he doesn't need that shit. That's insane to me. It's a good thing he wasn't driving. He strikes me as like one of those type of people that would like have a heart attack while he's driving, right? And then he's like, you know, driving down the street, he's tacoing cheeseburgers. He takes that one big bite and in the middle of driving, he's and pulls the car like into a ditch or something, right? But because of the ditch having like some shrubbery and some bushes around it, people kind of don't notice the car right away. And it's the middle of summer. So now he's kind of like sitting in this car dead, but the heat that's accumulating inside the car, it's making him expand. So he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and fucking bigger. To the point to where all the gases in his body cause him to explode. So now the inside of this car is filled with liquid Bert. And then maybe like some, I don't know, guy cleaning up trash on the side of the road finds him like 5 months later. That's the story that I picture happening for Bert. You know why I bring that story up? I know somebody who had an uncle that happened to. I know somebody whose uncle had a heart attack while driving, crashed. They didn't find him right away. It was the middle of summer. The guy fucking exploded. And the family, they got the car. They still drive. It's a daily driver. And you should see the interior, fucking spotless. I'm telling you, that's hands down one of the craziest stories I've ever heard. And I that's what I picture. I picture that happening to Bert while eating these crazy tacoed out cheeseburgers. Now, he starts bringing up that stuff. I don't know. Maybe he starts like reminiscing or something. The acid reflux comes back in full effect, baby. Watch this bullshit.
And so
you eat often.
Yeah, I'm eating. Let me see. I'm eating probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day. 6, 7 times a day.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got up this morning and I was like, I'm not fucking eating. You're a fat fuck. You don't deserve food.
Good.
You hear that? You hear that acid reflux coming in? He's like, I woke up this morning. I'm like, you're a fat fuck. You don't need all that fucking. He's about to start doing it again. This is too much. How does anybody listen to this?
Yeah, I got up this morning and I was like, I'm not fucking eating. You're a fat fuck. You don't deserve food. And
Good. That's a good way to talk to yourself.
yeah, dude.
What the fuck was that, dude? This guy. Think about. I'm sorry, I'm even putting you guys through this. We did it with the Nikocado avocado. Now I'm putting you through Bert's bullshit. This guy just flat out like burps up. It just sounds so guttural and disgusting. Like he's gonna start sounding like Steve-O soon. When you burp like that, acid, all that acid from your stomach is burning up your throat. You have to figure out that shit. You know what I mean? It's not good. It's not good for the listener. It's not good for your health. Okay? Listen to this.
Good. That's a good way to talk to yourself.
Yeah, dude, I
Christ.
talk to myself like I really hate me. I do. I am burping a lot now that you say that.
Yeah.
See, even Tom, look at Tom's face when he does this. Tom's like, yeah, I mean, this is like really starting to get out of hand. Like, we might have to renegotiate your contract.
Talk to yourself.
Yeah, dude, I talk to myself like I really hate me. I do. I am burping a lot now that you say that.
Yeah.
Look at Tom's face. Tom is absolutely disgusted by this. And Tom has to put up with this at least once a week. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they might have some time where they bank a couple episodes, different things like that. But actually, that's worse. When they got the bank episodes, they might be recording like 5 of these in a week or something. You know what? I couldn't imagine this having to put up with this all the time. But let's give it up for Tom, who puts up with it every week. Jesus Christ, I could not imagine. Oh man, listening to Bert like that.
And hold my fart like a bong rip.